Your strategy for 2024.
It's Sylvia Dana here with Think Future Real Estate and the Sylvia System. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to get notified.
Kind of look back at what happened in 2023. I want you to think about what happened last year in your business. You know, we are all in a new era of real estate in our personal lives and our personal businesses, and in North America, it's a new market. And so I want to think about where we were and where we're going, and help you think in a bigger picture way before I give you the step-by-step what to do. What I want you to think about right now is, what were your wins for 2023? Like, what are you most proud of? You can write it down for yourself, make a little note. And if it's just a little thing, it could be a personal thing. April still had 10 closings. Nice. And part-time. Nice. Karen said 15 pounds lost. Wonderful. Look at you guys. There's some things that happened. Elizabeth Compton said had her largest sale. Awesome, Elizabeth. That's awesome. Okay. Angela got real estate license, joined brokerage, learned the brokerage product, started your dual agent business. Referral business is increasing, 15 closings part-time. Emailing past client, got a listing. Nice. And closed at 1.3 million. Oh, nice. What was the worst part of 2023? What challenges did you face that maybe you did overcome, but they were challenges and it was hard? Maybe it's directly related to your business that didn't go well. Carl, the biggest challenge was that you were unmotivated. Business was slow, lack of inventory. Martha says she's ready. All right, she's got this. I like it. Oh, Himanshu, 3 family members bought a house with other agents. Yay! They're so cute, those little people. Okay. That sucks, Himanshu. Let's ask ourselves this. Is 2024 going to be your best year ever? Think about it. Think about it. Something you think in your mind, like, I said that before and it wasn't so great. That doesn't matter. That was before. So here's the next question I have for you is, have you truly decided 2024 is going to be your best year ever? What you control, what you can control. There is some activity you can do, some decisions you can make, a mindset you can develop to have the best year you can have. So have you truly decided that? And that's what I want you to decide. I want to decide that for myself. Things aren't perfect for me right now. I've got some deficits in my life. I've got some problems. Things aren't perfect. Sometimes it seems like no matter how hard you work and how much you're in creation mode and production mode and working, like sometimes things just don't come together the way you think they should when you think they should. And, sometimes you're like, what do I need to change here? Well, sometimes maybe there's nothing you need to change. You just need to keep going and endure the pain of it so you can get to that next level. I don't know. Every situation is different. Desiree says, you've definitely decided this is going to be your best year. I like it. I turned 2024 off with putting oh, nice. You started off putting 2 properties under contract. Nice. Thank you, Alan. All right. Carly, you've made the commitment to yourself. I like it. Nowhere to go but up. Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. Like, first of all, it could be worse, but you know what? We're here now and we're working to get better. I love it. Linda's saying she's telling her daughter to focus on finding joy and happiness, not allowing other people to steal it. Yeah. And you realize you haven't been following your own advice. You've got to decide to do it. Isn't that? Yeah. Sometimes we just got to get out of our own heads and do it. So how are we going to do it? So I'm going to start here before we get into digital domination. These are the things we actually have to decide, because I could give you a checklist of things to do, but if you're put yourself in the right mind frame and the mindset, it's not going to matter. So that's what we're doing right now. So 5 steps to your best year ever. So we're going to focus on our businesses for a minute. And I do want you to really think about this. Take notes on your computer, on your notepad, whatever, on your phone. And I want you to think about this. Real estate agents don't do this typically, and you really need to. Things are getting even more and more competitive and weird out there, and you've got to be able to do this. So, ready? I want you to identify the products you're selling. That's step 1. And you're like, Sylvia, well, I don't sell products. I'm a real estate agent. I go and talk to people about buying and selling houses, or I work with investors or whatever. You're a salesperson and you have products. So you embrace that. So what are your products? What are your products? Who's got some ideas? Okay, houses is a product. Yes, a house is a product. Your niche is a product. Your lifestyle, a lifestyle you sell, is a product. Yes. Your service and how you do service, how you service your clients, that is a product. The education you can provide, that is a product. This is great. Your expertise, your market, what your market is, your niche and your market, that is a product. Your community. Okay, yeah, your community is a product. So I'm kind of thinking, like, as some of you are talking about this, those that kind of work to be like the digital mayor, the mayor of their town, like posting a lot of stuff about events and, showing up at new businesses and doing Facebook Lives, drinking a glass of wine at that new winery that just opened up, people that go out and network in the community. They have a YouTube channel and all of their videos focus on what's so great about living in their city. So that in that way, your community is your product. It can be as simple as the way you do your buyer consultation. Your buyer consultation is a product. Your listing presentation is a product. Your CMA you provide is a product. Your buyer guide or seller guide that you can provide as a resource. Your vendor list is a product. Your listing package, the way you present, like, your listing fees, like, hey, this percentage if I do this percentage if I do this percentage if I do this, that is a product. Your transaction contract to close process is a product. Your vendor team, your team of lenders, your team of inspectors, of appraisers, of title company reps, attorneys, this team is a product. So think about these products that you have, identify them. Then another way to think about a product could be even like, when I close a transaction, boom, that's a product. That's another way to think about it. And set a financial target for this year. And be crazy, be audacious. Like, maybe you're thinking, well, $100,000 would be a good goal, but go even crazier. Double it. What about 200,000? Like, what could it hurt to double your goal? What could it hurt? It can't hurt. Some people have different philosophies about this. They think, oh, well, if I set an unrealistic expectation, maybe I won't really try for it because I know I can't do it. Or what if I don't make it and then I'm disappointed and then, that screws up my mindset. I am a little different. I say, why not shoot for the moon and see where you can end up? Because if you actually think about, I don't want to make just $100,000 this year. I want to make two. Like, you want to double that. I'm giving you an example. And I want to net that, and I'm going to work really hard to do the activity that it would take to get to that. And maybe I'm a little unrealistic. Maybe I'm a little crazy. Maybe I won't make it. But what if you did all the activity, took massive action to do the activity to get there? My guess is you're going to be beyond 100,000 and closer to 200,000. Maybe you won't make 200,000, but what if you made it over 100,000? Would you be mad at that? So I want you to choose a financial target and be crazy. Okay. Be unrealistic. And then do the math and know what the financial impact of that is. So think about your products, what you have to deliver. Think about all the different ways you can earn revenue with your brokerage, in your real estate business, in your business. Maybe you have multiple streams of income. So think about your financial target and think about, what would it take with all the different revenue streams that you have, the different products you sell, helping a buyer, helping a seller, recruiting an agent, mentoring an agent, whatever that looks like to you. What kind of target do you need to hit? So does it come to as simple as, well, I need to hit 25 transactions this year, or I need to hit 100 transactions this year. You've done this before, I'm sure, when you created a business plan for real estate. If I have a $300,000 home that I'm selling, that's my average price in my world, in my community. And, I take X percentage is my typical commission check. That's my average. So I need to sell X amount of homes in order to make that money. It can be like that, but maybe you have multiple streams of income is where I'm going with this. Number 4, assign targets for yourself and your team. And maybe it's just you, yourself, and I, but maybe people on your team will be family members that aren't in real estate, your spouse, your kids, your roommates. You could assign target. How are they going to help you? What are they going to do to help you? Okay. And if you do have actual team members, who's in charge of what targets? When you think about this financial target specifically, who is really needed to help you hit that target? So is it agents you're going to bring on to your team or your sales organization that are going to help you hit that financial target? Is it certain people that you talked to last fall that said, yeah, I'm going to wait till next year to sell? You had those, right? I'm sure you could look at me right now and wave and say, yeah, I had somebody say, I'm going to wait till next spring. I'm going to wait till next spring. So think about those people right now. That's who you need to identify to hit that target. You need to call them, because guess what? Spring market's here right now. It's already here, and they need to prepare to sell their home now. So you got to get them on in that mindset. Maybe it's a mentor that you want in your life that you think is needed to help you hit that target. So who is needed to help you hit the target, and what do they need to be doing to help you? Now I want you to choose some personal activities to create your best year ever. Because why? Because we can work and work and work and work and work and work to hit these targets. But if we're not taking care of ourselves, it's really hard for us to level up. It just really is. So let me give you some ideas from my own life that I'm working on. And I want you to come up with 5 for yourself. They can be mine, same ones. I don't care. You can use mine, but I want you to come up with 5 more personal to you things that you're going to focus on to have a great year, to have your best year ever. One of them for me is beating the sun up. I always used to, for a long time, get up very early, between 5 and 6, always definitely by 6. And I sort of lost that a few months ago somehow. And I need to get back on track with that and have a schedule for my morning. Because what I typically do is I roll out of bed and then come in front of the computer, and that is not healthy for me. I need to get up and have a schedule for my morning to get my day started before I come to work. So that's one thing I need to do to help me take care of myself and have the best year ever. The second thing I don't like is journaling. Of course, I used to do this kind of thing, as a young person, as a kid, I would journal. Throughout different times in life, I've journaled. And, it's kind of nice, because you're like really communicating with yourself. Well, I've been on such a grind of trying to achieve that I kind of have lost touch with myself, my internal self. And so I realized that I needed to journal. And so a couple months ago, I did it for the first time, but somebody gave me this prompt, and I want to give it to you because it really helped me get back in that habit and get back in touch with myself. Here's the prompt. In order to create my legacy, I need to, or another way to say it, in order to achieve my legacy, in order to create my legacy, in order to secure my legacy. But in order to create my legacy, I need to. And so a few months ago, I started writing that. I wrote that down. I wrote, and a lot of stuff came out because I hadn't journaled in so long. And when I did that, do you know what I realized? I realized that I have been in survival mode. I was moved around a lot as a little kid. And then as a teenager, things were tough, kind of, it's like my mom and I never had money to do anything. Like it was a lot of like government cheese. And I never wanted any kids to come to my house to see what my house looked like, because I didn't have a nice house like they all had a nice house. And then when I was, in my early 20s and I had my son young, I was 22 and I was not married. And then I went to school and I had, got degrees, and I was, working teacher and a single mom. It's like just being survival mode, just trying to figure it out all the time. Well, I realized when I was journaling, I'm still there. I don't need to be there. Why am I there? But that's how I'm operating, and it's just not healthy for me. And so through journaling, I'm like getting back in communication with myself, and it's helping me. So that's why it's on my list of things that I want to really do this year to help me have my best year ever and create my legacy. Number 3, no white space on my calendar. If you've ever seen my calendar, it's already crazy person's calendar, but I really need to be tracking what I'm actually spending my time on, because sometimes I'll time block what I want to be doing when I don't have meetings back to back and coaching sessions and all that. There's a white space there that I will time block that I want to do an activity, like I want to work on something, but then I'll get distracted and then I won't honor that appointment I made with myself to do that thing. And so what I'm going to do with this no white space on my calendar idea is when I do that and I end up doing a different thing than what I time blocked, I'm going to write down what I did do, record that, and then figure out, do I need to schedule that thing that distracted me into my calendar too? And kind of learn to, adjust my activities so I can really be taking massive action and not waste time with things I don't need to be doing. Number 4, this is a business thing, but it's gonna go into my personal life too, and that's tracking my KPIs, my key performance indicators. So, for example, in my personal life, how much water am I drinking a day? That is a key performance indicator. Like, I need to track that. I need to do it. Otherwise, I don't. And then I start for not feeling good. So that's an example of a KPI. Did I drink my X amount cups of water today? Or, this many ounces of water today? Did I do that 30-minute workout? So these are examples of KPIs in your personal life. And then business, tracking how much revenue did I make today? Did I hit my target? What's my activity? Did I make 15 phone calls today? Because I that's a thing that I want to do. Did I do it? Did I make those 15 phone calls? Did I do that activity? So I'm going to track that. That's another thing. And then a daily workout, for a year and a half, 4 days a week, I got up, went to a gym, met with a personal trainer, and I did that for a year and a half. But a few months ago, I hurt my knee and I haven't been back to the gym. So I have to come up with what am I going to be doing? And I need to do that. So that's an example. Think about what you're going to do.